Roger and James here from the DisKingdom podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Disney Store's transformation. Recently, they announced some big changes to the store. Also, completely revolutionized their website, brand new website design, and renamed their shop from Disney Store to ShopDisney. They'd been teasing something for a few days or about a week on the Disney Store's website, saying something new was coming and stay in touch. And because I do a daily Disney Store check in the morning, I obviously pay a little bit more attention to what's going on our website. So it all changed over to a nice brand new website, which is kind of funny because that was in England for quite a few months. So it was a little bit like, okay, just looks like obviously we can test it on us first. New site showing off lots of new products, a little bit more. It's very big, very brash. You if you've got it on your iPad or something like that, it actually does flow a little bit better than the old one does. I do like the fact that images are a lot bigger. You know, there's a lot more products going on there. It's easy to find the categories. I'm hoping finding new content or new releases is going to be a little bit easier. Day one was a little bit bad because it was like 12,000 new items. I'm like, I can't see what's new.
No.
So much stuff. I do think DisneyStore.com needed an upgrade. I do think it needed to be upgrading their websites every few years is essential because things change. Technology, mobile is more important. I mean, in some ways, I wonder if they've done this because of the way they do the app. I always found it really strange how they had this app that was getting stuff before the website, which was great because I can't see it because I'm not in the US, but it always seemed a little bit like, well, why do you need the two? Make it a little bit easier. This looks like it's a little bit more a combination and bringing them together. There was then a release, and they basically came out and said that they have redesigned it. They want more product assortment. They want to appeal to different demographics, such as kids, families, to millennials, which I thought was odd that they put that in there. They want to be innovating beyond traditional and the expected. New categories have been added, such as trend, fashions, toys, home, collectibles, and parks. There's going to be a lot more park content on here now. There's going to be a lot more products from them. They say they know their fans are looking for a one-stop shop to find the most compelling products from Disney Star Wars. However, I like the fact as well that they've definitely got those sections now a lot easier. They've added new categories and brands, and because they've got a lot of other deals in place, such as Coach and Rag and Bone and Stave, I think a bear thing, and there's going to be lots of new stuff. They've got the It List, which features denim, and like I said, this whole thing about going after millennials, it feels like they've realised that it's not just kids buying stuff and it's not just parents. There's a new age of, I think they've known for a while, of adults buying stuff because they like it and it has got a different audience. And we probably buy more online, and we've mentioned in the past we're on that borderline. But we do buy stuff. We have our Disney merchandise, our Disney apparel, and we that's what we do, and we're looking for our own content. So I think this is kind of quite interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I think that, going back to the millennials thing, when you and I were growing up, I think there was that phase most kids went through where Disney just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
The princess movies and stuff, mid-teenager kind of stuff. And I don't think the current generation are really going through that the same way that we did. I think Disney has, in their movies and their television shows, have done a better job of kind of preventing that teenage rebellion backlash. Yeah,
because I definitely, this is for me, I feel like there was a whole era, Mulan, Pocahontas, Atlantis. There was that whole era of what they probably call the Renaissance. Even the Little Mermaid, maybe not so much Little Mermaid, but Beauty and the Beast. From that point on, for a while, I didn't watch it because I was becoming a young teenager. I was a teenager. Lion King was different. Lion King did something completely different, and then Toy Story come along. But there was that whole era where, if you were a teenager, you weren't allowed, you didn't like Disney. You weren't supposed to, it was for babies. And that was the thing for us when I was growing up.
Yeah, and they cultivated that as well. Disney definitely was aiming for the younger audience. That was what their target demographic was. And I think it was more once John Lasseter came aboard first with Pixar and then as the head of the animation department, he started going, no, we need to tell stories for everyone. And, Frozen did extremely well among teenagers as opposed to, say, Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast movies you mentioned. And as such, it now makes sense to tie this back in for the shop to reflect that and have products for everybody.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I want to say about the shop is it's an upgrade over what it used to be, but it still looks like a generic WordPress page, so they might want to do a little bit of work on that.
Yeah, there's that line, isn't it, between making it look, not there's anything wrong with a generic WordPress theme, but it's that thing, isn't it? This is the way websites are designed now, and I don't know, it looks interesting. I'm going to be interesting for me because it's one of those really weird... I use the website every day because of what I do for DisKingdom. However, I don't order from there because of the insane shipping costs to the UK, and the UK version... Again, I've mentioned in the past, shipping costs, having to spend £50 to get a free shipping, or in the US, $75, instantly makes that thing of, oh, look at that great-looking toy, or that great-looking collectible. I'm not paying nearly the price of shipping for that one collectible. That's the one little issue, but that's it. But they also announced some other big changes. They've also announced... Disney stores around the world will also be incorporating more products for guests of all ages. They're going to be going beyond the traditional child-centric assortment featuring Disney, Pixar, Star Wars. There's going to be a brand new destination light and stores. There's going to be new digital elements, great big LED screens. This is kind of interesting. They are going to have the parades streaming live from the Disney parks in the store. And every evening before the store closes, when its specifically created digitally fireworks display is shown on the giant storefront screen. These new store prototypes are now in Central City, California, Northridge, California, as well as in one of the stores in Japan, also Shanghai in China. 2 new prototype stores are going to be opening up on the 28th of September in Miami, and another one in Munich in Germany. So this is very much early prototypes. They've done this before in the past, but they are, I don't know whether or not they're going to mix up Disney Store and ShopDisney.com, whether or not there's going to be a specific difference between the store and the online.
Not sure if there'll be a difference between the store and the online. I don't think they're going to do that. The parade streaming and whatnot on the online store, but I think this is actually a really good idea. They're trying to blur that line between the shops and the experience, and it gives people a reason to go to the shop other than to look at slightly overpriced toys. And if you've got little kids being like, oh, we're gonna go see the nifty fireworks display in the Disney store, that for a little kid is gonna be like, it's not as cool as a real fireworks display, but it's definitely something that you can look forward to. It can be your treat at the end of the week or whatever.
Yeah. And there's also, there's always been that thing about going to the Disney store first and unlocking the door ceremony that they do with the kids. So that's but the fireworks is a little bit easier for everyone to be involved, like you said.
Yeah, and especially if they start designating like seating areas, or if they have some chairs available for kids, and then. I'm not sure how it looks in these prototype stores, but like the Disney store that's closest to me, they already have a big screen monitor with a very small viewing area.
Yeah.
They've got Disney stuff playing all day long, of course, but I could see them utilizing that for the parades. I'm not sure if this becomes popular, how they're going to fit people in there, but they've already got the ability to do this.
I personally feel like the thing with the streaming of the park parade, great little promotion from that. There's something special going on at the time when they're going in there, reinforcing the theme parks are theirs, and that's part of it. And go see the magic in the room. So it's a little drip feed of the parks while for people that are in the store. Also, you've got you're putting on this performance every day. You might as well try and make some use out of it. If I'm walking right through the middle of the high street, go, ooh, it's 2:00, let's go watch the parade. It might happen, but I think the majority of things, I just think it's a nice little tie-in. They can have a little special event at the end of each day, and kind of they've done the opening one, now they've got a closing one, and get people. If it helps bring people in every day, there's a chance that they will buy something. You don't go into Walmart at the closing and have a special show.
And then also, from Disney's perspective, what they're really hoping is that, the kids will get used to seeing the parade in the store, and then they'll bug mommy and daddy to go, oh, I want to see the parade for real.
Yeah.
So we're going to go have a Disney vacation. It gets people into the store, and then it also nudges people in the direction of getting them into the parks. Now, whether or not they do is a completely different matter, but I can see why Disney would kind of hint at that.
I also feel like with the stores, they need that content for adults because they're very lacking in the adult content in the stores.
And at least the one that I go to, or the one that's closest to me, the adult stuff, which is really just kind of T-shirts, and maybe some models, but it's better quality models. They all tend to be right next to the baby stuff. So you've got the adult stuff, but then you're right next to the mom who's holding the 2-month-old, or whatever, trying to figure out if this little Winnie the Pooh onesie is the right one, or it's just screaming kid. Always fun.
Yeah,
the Disney experience.
Yeah, but there's that kind of thing. You're going to get it in there. I feel like it's a good move. I think this changeover to a new type of store. Some of the images and stuff of the store looked a little bit, some ways a little bit blander. It wasn't quite so bright and colourful, but I think, like you say, they're trying to go after teenagers and adults a little bit more. I think they've realised that, and also with everything that's going on with stores, things like Toys R Us and Walmart, they need to make sure they're keeping on top of things. Yeah,
and the store, not just them, but stores in general need to offer something more than just a shopping experience now. Yeah. Bookstores need to offer, more of an environment that's, encourages you to read. Retail stores need to encourage you to, think of it as an experience. This has been the way comic shops have been for years. You don't go just for comics. You also go to play RPGs or card games. Obviously, that's not feasible for most stores because that's not their target audience. But that kind of thing gets people in the door buying your product. Yeah.
Well, we'd love to know what you guys think of the new change to the website and of these upcoming things that I think these are going to be rolling out across most of their stores. I'd love to know your thoughts. As per usual, you can check us out over at DisKingdom.com. Hit that subscribe button. James, where can they find you?
Find me, heroiclegacy.com.
And on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Laters.